with you what oh, just want to share with you what I have that God has placed on my heart to share with you all, okay? So the name of my topic, just hold off on that. Give me a second because it's so broad, it's so many. Let me just read my scripture and then we're gonna figure out this topic together, right? I'm taking what I'm speaking on from Exodus, the 33rd chapter, right? So I'm gonna read just a couple of verses and then I'm gonna jump right in. Then the Lord said to Moses, leave this place, you and the people you brought up out of Egypt, and go up to the land I promised an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I will send an angel before you and drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey, but I will not go with you because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way. Right? So that's stiff-necked. You know, God called these people stiff-necked, right? Y'all know the story, right? So Pharaoh, the new Pharaoh that came around, Joseph at first was, you know, over everything when he, the old Pharaoh put Joseph in charge, right? And so, but this was like 400 years later, right? This new Pharaoh come around, he don't know nothing about Joseph and the goodness of how God had all that lined up. He doesn't know anything about that. So he comes bullheaded and he's been hearing about these Israelites. So he's kind of like got a fear a little bit. And so he wants to kind of keep them at bay, right? And so he puts out this decree to destroy every male. Y'all know the story, you know it, right? Moses's mom puts him in the river, builds an ark, puts him in the river. He floats down the river safely right into Pharaoh's sister's hands, right? Which was very like, when I was reading that story, sometimes I'm looking for like the whole picture and I can only get what is told to me. So I'm like, doesn't Pharaoh know that that's Moses? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be like, that was puzzling to me because that never was revealed, but I guess that's not what's important. What's important is this path that was lined up, that God had lined up, right? He winds up in the hands of Pharaoh's sister, who rears him up, brings him up, or what have you. And now God has him as the one who is going to take his people to the land that they're supposed to go, right? So it's an interesting story because throughout the story, God, so they're traveling through the wilderness. No, let's go back. Let's take it back. Pharaoh has a hardened heart, right? And even God hardened his heart, right? This is all in his plan. So God is saying his heart is going to be hardened. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. Then he's not. He's going to turn away. He's going to do. So Pharaoh, it kept being a cycle. He would say, okay, Lord, I got it. And please just, go plead to Moses to get the plagues removed, right? So Moses would go back to the Lord, get the plagues removed. Pharaoh would, cooperate for a little bit. Then all of a sudden he changes his mind. He goes back into the meanness again, right? And so God sends down another plague. It was just a cycle over and over and over again, a repeat. Anybody got any cycles going on right now in your life? How about that? How about that man you keep saying you was going to leave alone? That wasn't no good for you, right? And you keep going back to him, right? I'm not talking about the husbands and wives. I'm talking to the people who I'm talking to, okay? Okay? That man that you know ain't no good for you, but you keep going back to him, right? Because he'll get you a gift or he'll do something for you that you like. And so you fall back in love again. And then he makes you mad again. And then I'ma leave, right? And then he does it again, something good. You fall back into it again. And just over and over again, it's a cycle, right? So God is like, it was so many plagues that were sent. And it's like, Pharaoh, would you stop playing? Can you stop playing? Let these people go, right? So the funny part about it, Moses, now you all know Moses had that speech impediment, right? So he was kind of puzzled as to why God chose him. I have a problem communicating. So why did you choose me, God? Right? And God shows him all the way, I got you. Just trust me. I got you. You're going to communicate just how you need to communicate with them. I have this part. So Moses finally, he gets to where he's getting to the people, and mind you now, I felt so sorry for Moses as I was reading this story. Moses has been through some stuff. These stiff-necked people are something else. He leads them through the land. They start going through the wilderness. Of course, Pharaoh had finally given in. They going through the wilderness. Pharaoh comes behind them, and then he's destroyed after God, performs these miracles, helps them to, get on the cross. And, of course, the water swallows up Pharaoh and all of his army. And so they're going on. And now you got this defeat that has like they defeated Pharaoh. They were in slavery, y'all. These are supposed to be the chosen people, and they were just in slavery, dealing with the hardship of life. So they get on the other side, and so Moses is speaking for them, going up to Mount Sinai, speaking for them, coming back down. They're getting all the things that they thought they were in need of, right? So first they were hungry, then they were thirsty, then they were this. And every time Moses would go on their behalf, the food would come, they wouldn't be thirsty anymore, and then they would just somehow forget. And then they would go back to wanting to point the finger and point the blame, right? And so forgetting about the stuff that he just brought them through, right? Now they back on Moses. Did you bring us out here to die? You just brought us out here to die. So they complain and complaining and complaining. And Moses himself is like, Lord, these are some stiff-necked people. They're not even seeing this new now faith. Like they were supposed to have a now faith every time. If he got you through this, he's going to continue and continue and continue. But even God got tired of them. Even God got tired of them complaining. And that was the verse that I just read in Exodus. Listen, I'm going to destroy these. Listen, these are some stiff-necked people. I keep helping them. They're not seeing what I'm doing, and they're going back. I'm tired, right? So we have a situation where Moses, he's in this situation. He really doesn't understand how he even got here, right? God has him here, and God has him helping the people. They're delivering, and he's still not seeing it. Is this familiar to anybody on this call right now? How many times has God delivered for you, and you get through that, and then you wind up going into a doubt mode again? The last I was about to say sermon. The last time I spoke, I talked about picking between faith and doubt, right? Faith is a belief, and so is doubt, right? Because if you're not having faith, you're doubting. And these people just kept doubting what God could do for them. And it was very displeasing to both Moses and God, right? And now he's questioning, Lord, why? And I already said, let's not question why. Let's turn our whys into what, Lord? What will you have me to learn from this? Turn your whys into what would you have me to see? So at one point in time, they had Moses. Moses was up. He let him out the wilderness. You brought us from bondage. And then all of a sudden, they get the stiff neck. The stiff neck comes, right? And now they like, we need to get us a new ruler and let's go back, right? And so they don't even realize, and sometimes, ladies, we don't even realize we can self-destruct. You don't even understand what God is trying to do for you and what he has laid out for us. And we get in our own way, right? We get in our own way and we mess up. We have no clue. We have no clue on what God has in store. And so we think that we have it figured out, and we go around um, trying to uh, make provision, make ways. And it's like we're just supposed to go to God in prayer, ask for his guidance, seek his help, and he will answer. He's faithful. He will give us what he said he would give us. We just got to trust and believe that. I had a situation where I was going through you all know as I said before, I'm bald. I'm dealing with this. I'm embracing it as it comes, right? I'm trying to stick with having this now faith. I need a new faith every minute of the day. I know what God has done for Shadrach, Meshach, and all of that, right? I know what he's done for those people. I believe that. And in knowing that, I've also got to know that he's going to do the same for me. He's going to do the same for you. But the one thing we mess ourselves up with is not trusting him. And Moses even began to doubt himself. Moses got so upset with the stiff-necked people. God told him, go down here and just speak to the rock. But Moses was so upset. Moses, he went down there, and what did he do? He struck the rock. He done let the stiff-necked people get him stuck. Do y'all know that Moses, he didn't make it? He didn't make it over to the promised land. He was the one leading the people. Moses was the one that saw the glory of God. He was the closest. How can you be that close to God and still miss it? Do y'all know that God said, come here, Moses. He said, come here. Let me show you where you ain't going. And he took him to the top of the mountain and he said, now look over there. You see that? All that flowing with milk and all that. You see all that? That's what you're not getting. You know why you're not getting it? Because you even doubted me. I chose you and I picked you to be the person for these people. And you let these stiff-necked people cause you to miss the boat. So like I said, I couldn't figure out, I had several topics. Don't let the stiff neck stick you. Don't let the stiff neck get you stuck. Don't you be the stiff neck. Hello? Some of your necks are stiff. You're being stubborn. You won't listen. Nobody can't tell you nothing, right? You got it all figured out. How did you ever think you might be the stiff neck? Don't get yourself stuck. You follow what I'm saying? God called these people stiff-necked for a reason, stubborn, not even seeing what he was doing for him. He told them, he said, listen, I might destroy him. You better take him with you because I might destroy him. And Moses had said, hold on, God, hold on. Don't remember what you said. Now you said you was going to do this. And you said, he got angry because he couldn't figure out, I'm doing all this for y'all. I keep showing y'all I love you. I keep showing you. And you keep wanting to show me your way. I made you. You can't show me your way. I have this laid out. I know I can see things that you can't see, child. I need you to trust me. I'm not a parent, but I've heard this being a parenting 101 thing, like when the child messes up in school and they take them to the Toys R Us store. Y'all still got Toys R Us? Or what's your child's store there that you got? They take them to the store and they take them down the line, the aisle with all the electronics and all the things that they want. And they say, see there? See, you were gonna get that for Christmas, but you did this and that. Or see there, I was gonna get you that. That's what God did to Moses. That's what he did to Moses. He took that man to the top of that mountain and said, look over there. And I felt so sorry for Moses because he already was in doubt of why God even picked him, right? He already was kind of like just nervous about the whole thing, right? He went so good and so far, just doing everything for him. And then I don't know what made him get tired. And then he pleaded with God. He pleaded with him, say, Lord, please, I'm sorry. He already, Aaron, his brother Aaron, Miriam, both of them, you got examples of why you don't need to doubt me. You had them. How many times, ladies, do we see these examples that are shown to us through other people? And we think we different. Oh, you thought he was going to love you better. You thought he was going to treat you better because you cook 3 times a week. And she was only cooking none. So you think it's going to be better for you. Huh? We do that a lot. I want to go back to that verse. I just want to read this again. I will not go with you because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way. God will allow us to make our own decisions. He has been doing that. He's been allowing us. He has something. The promise is right there, ladies, just like it was for Moses. It's right there. And we're missing it because we're self-destructing. We're doing it to ourselves. The intent is for God he wants to rescue us, right? When the Egyptians said, we're going to get us a new leader and take us back, God said, they were in bondage. They don't even realize they was in bondage. They thought that that's where they wanted to go, back to that, in that cruel treatment, right? Because stuff wasn't happening for them like that right now. Because it's not happening right now. It's not moving fast enough for you, right? We need to learn to be patient. He was answering their prayer, manna just coming down. He was answering it, but it was just. So God said, you know what? I'm not going to give them what they deserve, Moses. They're not going to go back. See, I'm going to have some mercy on them because they don't even realize what they're trying to get back to. I'm not going to give them what they deserve. But I'm also not going to let them go forward. My grace is sufficient. I'm going to give them grace and they just going to stay here and circle here. They're going to circle here for a while. And then I'm going to let their children get the promise since they don't want it. Okay? I'm going to let y'all die off. And maybe your children will respect me and honor me and understand what I'm trying to do. Because y'all stiff-necked. Y'all ain't seeing it. And I've gotten you out of problem after problem after problem, and you still want to go back. Wouldn't you get tired of that, ladies? I'm coming back to that man again. You keep doing for them and you're doing for them and you're helping them with resumes. You're helping them with this, that, though. You're helping them and you're helping them and you're helping them. And he ain't getting it. He's still out there doing whatever he's doing. Right? He's still not getting it. You'll get tired of that after a while. Right? Too many times we sit in our own self-destruct. He wants to help us. He's patient with us. He is patient with us, but we around here searching and getting into everything else but him. God don't like that. How would you feel if you're doing all this stuff for somebody and they loving the other person and you the one doing everything for them? Huh? Don't get stuck. Don't get caught in that stiff-neckedness and you just going around and around the same wilderness, same thing over and over again. People like to talk about the sanity. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again. But I like the phrase, don't get stuck on stupid. Huh? Don't get stuck on stupid means when someone repeatedly does the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Huh? You keep doing the same thing. God is getting tired of that. He has patience with us, but he is getting tired. And he will hand you over to your own destructive desires. He's getting tired. He gonna have some mercy. He ain't gonna let you go back to the bondage and into the slavery. He's not gonna let you go back, but he'll let you sit there. Since that's where you think you want to be, you don't want to go forward. Just sit right there then. Go down to Toys R Us, go down the aisle and just look at the PlayStation. You ain't getting it. You don't trust me. He's not going to force us. We have free will. We have free will, and you gotta show him that this is what you want. God, take me to the next level. He's not just gonna come pick you up and carry you like that. Now he'll carry you when you're down, like when I lost my brother, and I needed that strength to be able to talk. I buried my brother on that Friday, and I needed that strength to talk the very next day, Saturday. That's when he pick you up and carry you. But he ain't finna make you do what you don't want to do. You got to show God, I'm ready. I'm ready. Take me to that next level. Right? So, checking my time. Hold on. I want to share the story that happened to me today. Oh, good. I'm doing good, I think. I want to share the story that happened to me. So, well, not today, just recently. I lost my retainer for the first time since I've gotten out of my Invisalign, my braces, right? I lost my retainer. And I called the people and I said, listen, I need another retainer. Because if I don't keep these teeth retained, they're going to start shifting. And then I'll have to start my process all over again. Right? So I called them and they said, well, the thing of it is, we gave you 4 retainers when you first left. So if you come back and get another retainer, it's going to be $350. I said, 350 who? $350. So I was puzzled because I don't have 4 retainers. Like sometimes those people make mistakes. They check me off for going out of the office with 4 retainers, but I don't have 4 retainers. How do I not know? If I had 4 retainers, I wouldn't be called. I would be on my second one. I wouldn't be calling y'all, right? So I don't have 4 retainers. Something's wrong. So I prayed to the Lord. Here's my now faith. Here's my now faith coming into play. I told the lady, I said, I'm gonna search my house. Now I'm searching, but I know it ain't in here because I know I don't have 4 retainers. But I say, you know what, Lord, maybe I overlooked it. Sometimes do y'all step back and say, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Do you step back and do that? Or is it always the other person? Huh? You're stiff-necked. But I said, okay, Lord, I talked to the Lord and I said, Lord, if it's in here, reveal it to me. If it's in here, I started with a clean slate. Lord, if it's in here, reveal it to me. And if it's not in here, make a way. $350. I don't have that right now. With what I'm going through and what I'm putting out to keep myself healthy and what I don't have that right now. But Lord, you gonna reveal it to me or you gonna make a way, right? I'm searching my house, y'all. Ain't no retainers in here. Not a one. But you wanna know what I found? $115 in one of my purses. Hello? I found $115, a $100 bill crisp, honey, folded just twice, crisp. And underneath it was the 10 and the 5, right? So I said, Lord, I got chills right now. I said, it ain't 350, but you heard me, Lord. You heard me. So today, I went to the actual place because I wanted to show the lady. I spent all night going through this house. I looked everywhere. I even looked in my dog basket, my dog's cradle. I even looked in my dog's cradle for my retainer. It ain't nowhere. I went back to the lady. I said, I searched everywhere. I said, is there any chance y'all could have checked me off for receiving 4 retainers? And I didn't. They told me to come in because they had me locked. It was COVID. The door was locked. You pulled on, you couldn't get in. They told me come in and sit down. When I went in and sat down, they were like, hey, how you doing? They start recognizing because they like, okay, that is her. The doctor walked in and said, hey, how are you? You looking good. You doing good. And I said, hey, doc, I said, I lost my retainer for the first time in 2 years. He said, I'm so proud of you. He just shut me off. He's looking at my situation or what he thinks is my situation, right? He shut me up and said, you look good. I'm proud of you. And I said, and so he said to the nurse, he said, just take her impressions. Do y'all understand that? Are y'all shouting? I can't hear nothing. He said, just take her impressions. He told the nurse, just take her impressions. Huh? So they pulled me back to the room. They sat me in a chair. So I said, I think they get ready to work with me. But ladies, let me tell you where I was. I had already talked to the Lord. When he showed me that the retainer wasn't in the dog bag, and he showed me the $115, I'm sorry, I was content. His grace was sufficient. I was content with $115 towards the $350. And I sat in that office in that chair, and the lady said, we're going to get you this retainer for free. Okay? But look what I was willing to do first. I was all right with just being a little short. I wasn't 350 short. I was just 2 something short. I was all right with that, Lord. And he said, I got something even better because you was ready. You talked with me last night. We're going to blow this trumpet, and I got something better. You can ready to get this for free. What am I saying, ladies? Ooh. Joshua 6, 1 through 27. Remember when the Israelites, they was marching around the wall of Jericho, marching around. They just kept doing what the Lord said, marching around. They blew that trumpet and that wall fell. Huh? Now, some scholars have said when the walls fell, they became a bridge or like ramps for the people to walk over into the city, right? Hello? The very thing that's meant to stop you can be the very thing that you use to get over or through something else. The very thing that is designed to keep you out, ladies, God can use it to get you through, just like he did with Joshua and them. And in Joshua with the battle, with the wall, he can use your situation. I'm going through a situation right now. If I would have let this get on top of me, I'd be under it. But I'm on top of it, and it is under me. I'm subduing the things that are trying to stop me. It's under me. I have that now faith daily. I didn't know I was going to walk in there and they do that. Now, it's not my fault. Everybody, they feel sorry for me. I guess. I don't know. It's a blessing and it's a curse, right? But they just wanted to bless me. And I'm so appreciative. But the point is, I did what I was supposed to do first. I tried to look. I tried to search. I talked to God. I said, Lord, whatever your will. If I got to pull out 350, I'm pulling out 350. What am I saying, ladies? The battle that you're going through right now is just a bridge into the promises God has for you. Don't miss the promise fooling around with the stiff-necked people. And don't you be the stiff-necked person. I love y'all. That's all I have.
Kelly, my friend, Kelly. Stiff-necked people, love you, Kel. Oh, God, girl. You blessed our hearts. You blessed our hearts. Wow, self-destruction. We all been guilty of that. We've all self-destruct on something at one time or another. But I like what you just said. The very thing that tries to hurt you, God can make it bless you. Lord have mercy. He can make it be a bridge for you to help you cross over. Kelly Neal, we appreciate you. God bless you and thank you. At this time, we're going to open up for our narration and for our question and answering service. Sister Danielle.
Sister Kelly, you never know the people that you impact with such a story. And I will tell you that as of yesterday and today, I needed to hear your story. I needed to hear everything that you said. I need my faith to be right now in this moment in this season. So I appreciate it. I titled your lesson for you. I came up with we need a right now faith subtopic. Don't you be the stiff neck. Subtopic. Don't get stuck on stupid. I fell out my chair a little bit when you said that because I think I've said that a time or two before. So, but I needed to hear that testimony at the end. I needed to hear that very thing that's gonna keep me out is gonna be the thing that lets me in. I don't know if anybody else, but I thank you today because I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that my problem is going to be a bridge to the promised land for me. I needed to hear that today. So I thank you for that. And I just think about how many times that we go in that circle and we keep going in that circle and we say, help me please, and we're begging and we're pleading to the Lord, and He say okay, and then we say, well, thank you, and we go right back, and help me out, and we go right back. I I'm trying to loosen my neck right now. Let me get my hair. I'm trying to loosen my neck right now because I think my neck has been stiff in a lot of situations where I can't move forward. So I thank you so much for that encouragement, for pushing us forward, for keeping us from looking back and not remembering what the Lord did for us yesterday. And sisters, I want to remind y'all of something that you remember Sister Pam was on 2, 3 weeks ago. And I wrote down what she said. She said, let the memory of your last victory fuel your faith for your next journey. If you didn't write it down, just write it down again, because see, Sister Kelly brought that message again. And I believe that when you hear things more than once, then that was for you. Now I was a witness. I heard it when y'all heard it, and then y'all heard it again tonight. God provided all the manna. He gave all the provisions that they needed, but still they weren't satisfied. Don't let that pass us by where we forget that the God who gave us victory yesterday is going to be the same God. And I think, Sister Kelly, when you gave that story, one of those things that I think about is you have to have a heart to surrender. You got to have a heart to even say, my bad. You know, sometimes pride will keep us from saying, let me check me. Let me see if I'm okay. Let me see if I'm the problem. I mean, it was just so much in there that you just help just me. Like, if she helped y'all, y'all let her know. But she helped me because right now the storm is looking cloudy outside, and I'm trying to keep going. So thank you. That was, I mean, that all of it, all parts of it. Um, Thank you so much for that lesson. We are going to open it up for anyone who has a